What is up, my friends? This is Joe with Little Orchestra Society. Good morning, afternoon, evening, middle of the night, whenever you're checking this video out to you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. And today we're going to check out rhythmic displacement. Rhythmic displacement. Stay tuned. All right, friends, so rhythmic displacement. This can mean a lot of different things. In the percussion world, though, which is the world I mostly live in, rhythmic displacement is this idea of taking a rhythm, taking a single idea and moving it slightly. So you can either just change the one rhythm and move that rhythm either backward or forward, or you can have two people playing the same rhythm and then move one of those rhythms a little bit so you get like a new rhythm, like a combination rhythm. So, first things first, we're going to need to learn a couple of rhythms. Sit tight. So, the first idea of rhythmic displacement comes from the island of Bali. Now, if you don't know where Bali is, it's actually the biggest island in an archipelago, which means a chain of a lot of islands. It's the biggest island in Indonesia. Indonesia is in Southeast Asia. It's, like I said, it's an archipelago. It makes up this giant island chain, and Bali is the biggest island. Now, being an island, they're constantly surrounded by water. And water and waves and things like that have kind of influenced Balinese music. So, I'm going to teach you all a rhythm called Balinese ketchak. You guys all say ketchak? I can't hear you, but I trust that it sounds really good. So, Balinese ketchak essentially is just an idea of interlocking rhythms. Remember how we talked about with rhythmic displacement, you can have one rhythm and it can just move around, or you can take the same rhythm and move it a little bit to get a new rhythm. Well, that's what they do in Balinese ketchak. It's supposed to be the same rhythm displaced rhythmically, and it makes an interlocking rhythm. So let's learn the first part of Balinese ketchak. Okay, get your clapping hands out. So, the first rhythm we're going to learn in Balinese ketchak is very simple. It sounds like this. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. Did you catch that? All right, one more time. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. Pretty simple, right? Try it with me. Ready, go. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. One more time. Ready, go. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. Nice. Okay. So now that we have our 1, 1, 2, 1, 2 rhythm, let's try to loop it a little bit just to make sure it really stays in the brain there. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. Two more times. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. Last time. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. Nice. Great. Okay. We have the first part of Balinese ketchak. We have our 1, 1, 2, 1, 2 rhythm. Store that in the memory banks. We have to learn the second part now. So the second part, remember, because we're doing rhythmic displacement, because that's what ketchak is we're going to take that first rhythm and we're going to move it and adjust it slightly. So it still has the same parts, but it's a little bit different. So see if you can catch it. See if you can hear how it's different, but also how it's the same. All right, here we go. Clapping hands out. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Did you catch that? One more time. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Okay, try it with me. Ready, go. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. One more time. Ready, go. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Can you sort of see where this rhythm is similar and also where this rhythm is different, right? The first rhythm we had, the first part of Ketchuk, starts with just a 1. Yes? And this rhythm starts different, right? This rhythm starts with a 1, 2. But both rhythms have a 1, a 1, 2, 1, 2. And so they're actually the same rhythm, but they're just rhythmically displaced a little bit. Okay, so now we have our 2 rhythms stored up in the memory banks. Our 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, and our 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. 2 separate rhythms, but also actually the same rhythm, just separated by time and space. So, I'm going to attempt to play both rhythms at the same time. And the first time through this, I want you to try to play the first rhythm with me, our first part, our 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then the second time we do this, I want you to try to play the second rhythm with me, the 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Oh, one last thing, before I forget, you're going to hear a small clicking sound in this recording, and that's because I am using my friend, the Metronome. Now I'm using this metronome. This is a tool that lots of musicians use, particularly percussionists, but every musician should have a metronome. And I'm using this metronome because I'm going to make 2 separate videos of me doing things, and despite popular belief, I do not have a twin. I'm just going to have to play this twice. And so to line up the 2 things, I want to make sure that I'm in the same tempo. I'm in the same time. I'm playing things in the same sort of pace. Make sense? Cool. 1, 2, ready, go. Now, one thing I forgot to mention, and maybe you heard it in the last part, is the second part of our Ketchuk rhythm, our 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, doesn't start on the downbeat. That means if we're counting in our heads, sort of like in the way we would think that music is supposed to start, it doesn't start right there. It actually skips the first beat. So this is another trick with rhythmic displacement. So sometimes what I'll do, just so I can keep time, is I'll tap my foot on the downbeat. So instead of thinking 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, to keep track, I'll do this. I'll go 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2. Try with me. Ready, go. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Nice! I think we are ready to try the second rhythm with the Ketchuk interlocking rhythms. All right, let's get ready. 1, 2, ready, go. All right, now, if you know me, you know that I always love banging on pots and pans. So, for the next part of this video, I need you to go and get a small pan, a large pan, a wooden spoon, favorite implement of mine, wooden spoon, and a towel. Okay, friends, so once you acquire your supplies, go ahead and start with the towel. Just lay the towel down so you don't damage any surfaces beneath. We would not want to have any accidents happen where stuff gets broken and Mr. Joe gets blamed for that. That'd be bad. Then go ahead and take your large pot and put it on your left hand side. This side over here with your left hand. Then take your small pot and put it right next to it like this on the right side. Yes, so far so good? Awesome. Go ahead and take the wooden spoon in whatever hand you feel comfortable with. I'm left-handed, so I'm gonna hold it in my left hand. If you are right-handed, go ahead and hold it in your right hand. Doesn't matter which hand you hold it in for this. Now, the trick with this is we're going to do the exact same rhythms that we just did, but we're now going to add a new element to them. We're going to add the element of melody, so much as percussion instruments can play melody. So you can sort of hear. This has a really high sound, and this has a lower sound. Sorry, I should say, go ahead and take 30 seconds and make as much noise as you want. Go ahead, I'll wait. Okay, maybe not quite 30 seconds, but let's get back to making music. So, do you remember our first rhythm? It goes 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yes, we all remember this from 5 minutes ago? Good. Now, we're gonna play that same rhythm, but instead of just playing it on one surface or on one sound, we're gonna add these melody notes to it. So it's gonna go like this. Did you catch that? So it's still 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. But we're now doing it high, low, high, high, low. Try it with me. 1, 2, ready, go. High, low, high, high, low. One more time. Ready, go. High, low, high, high, low. Nice. Let's loop this one a couple times. Yeah? 1, 2, ready, go. High, low, high, high, low. High, low, high, high, low. High, low, high, high, low. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. Last time. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, now, same drill before. We're gonna do the second rhythm. Do we remember the second rhythm? No? That's fine. I'll remind you. It goes like this. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Yes? 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Did you catch that? All right, check it out one more time. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Do that? So even the melody is actually the same. It's just rhythmically displaced. We still have a high 1, and we're doing a 1, 2, and a 1, 2. Let's try that second rhythm one more time. With me. Ready, go. One more time. Ready, go. Nice, let's loop it a couple times just to make sure it's really stored in the memory banks. 1, 2, ready, go. All right, now that we have both rhythms in our memory banks, let's put them together. So I'm gonna break out my friend, the metronome, and I'm going to summon again my twin brother, and we are going to play this rhythm together. So the first time we go through this, try to play the first part. Remember that first part is our 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's the part we're gonna play first. Get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4. playing the first part. Okay, now the tricky part, part 2. So get ready. Remember that part 2 does not start on the downbeat, does not start on the count in, that you have a little bit of a break beforehand. Remember, if it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. So when you're playing part 2, remember, at least when you start, it doesn't start right when the count off ends. Yes? Good luck. 1, 2, 3, 4. Guys, great work. Nice. So now you know how to play the 2 different parts of Balinese kachak, Balinese interlocking rhythms, which is a type of rhythmic displacement. So for the next thing I want you to do is go and find a sibling or a parent or a grandparent and see if you can teach them these rhythms. See if you can teach them one rhythm and then you play the other rhythm. That's really how this is supposed to happen, is one person sits on one side of the pans, one person sits on the other side of the pans, and you guys play that rhythm together. You make that rhythm interlock together. All right, my friends, that is all the time I have today. Thank you so much for hanging out and making music with me. I will see you all hopefully very soon. Stay safe, hug your parents, we love you.